Hi and welcome to this class. We're going to be doing a high energy, fun yoga sequence, which is going to be focusing on some much requested inversion drills, specifically handstand. So you do not need to be doing a handstand already to practice this class. We're just going to have some fun with it and just learn the key actions that are going to get us there. And you always have an option to skip the handstand part if that's not for you, but maybe just have fun with it. And we'll also learn ways to fall out of a handstand so that you can continue progressing in your practice. So whenever you're ready, we're gonna lie down onto the mat. Closing the eyes and just taking a moment to bring your hands by your side. Feeling the ground underneath your body. Taking this moment to totally connect with your senses. Feeling the texture of the air that touches the skin. Noticing the belly starting to rise as you inhale. And the belly starting to fall with the exhale. Taking this moment to set a very simple intention for your practice. Having a simple reason to be here today. Why did you make that time for you? Why did you really come to practice today? And taking one more deep breath in through the belly and the ribs and the chest, breathing in through the nose and then opening the mouth. We take an exhale, sigh everything out. From here, bringing the hands over your head. Can you bring your feet together and give your body a big stretch, stretching everything together, lengthening as you do that. And hug your knees into your chest as you exhale. Squeezing the knees in. And rolling from side to side. And from here we're going to bring the left foot to the ground as you raise the right leg up. Bringing both hands onto your thighs so the palm is pressing onto the top of the thigh. From here, press the thigh into your palm, so the right thigh presses into the palm presses into the right thigh, feeling the core is starting to activate. And from there, lift your head up, gaze towards your left foot, and then lift the left foot 2 centimeters off the ground. And from there, lower the right foot, bring the left thigh up into your palm. As you switch, palms press into the left thigh, gaze towards the right foot. And switch, right thigh lifts up, press your left thigh forward, press the right thigh into the right palm, and one more time we switch. And from there, lower the right foot, bring your head down to the ground, and bend the left knee, just taking a moment to feel the core stretching here. From there, lift the left foot up. Press the palms onto the left thigh. Lift your head up as you gaze towards the right foot. Lifting the right foot up, we switch. Press the right thigh into the palms. Left leg extends. And switch, doing that 2 more times at your own pace. Press the palms into the thighs, thighs into the palms. Feeling the core, feeling the lower back pressing to the ground, gaze towards the foot. One more time, and we end that with the left leg up to the sky. From there, lowering the right foot, bringing the head down, bringing both knees into the chest, squeezing the knees in, rolling from side to side. And rolling backwards and forwards a few times here as well. We land onto our hands in a tabletop position, spreading the fingers wide. Knees are underneath the hips. And from there, we're going to step the right foot back. Lift the right foot. Keep the belly hugging in, push both hands to the ground, and from there lift the left arm forward, keeping the thumb pointing up. Lengthen everything, reaching away from each other, and on the exhale, bring the left elbow to the right knee, bring your belly into the spine and your chin in. Inhale, we lengthen, so keeping the belly squeezing up to the spine, keeping the thumb pointing up. Exhale, squeeze everything together. One more time, inhale, we lengthen. No arch in the spine. Push the right hand down, push the left knee down. Exhale, bringing everything together. One last time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower the left hand, lower the right knee. Step the left foot to the back. Lifting the left foot up, we reach the right arm forward. Thumb is pointing up. From here, lengthen everything. Pull everything away from each other. And as you exhale, left knee to right elbow, squeeze. Inhale, reaching forward. Deep breath through the nose. Exhale, pressing the knuckles down, elbow to knee, round the back, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, we lengthen one more time. Push everything away from each other. Keep the core strong. Exhale, squeezing it all the way in. One more time, we inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower the right hand, lower the left knee, coming into your tabletop position. From here, we're going to bring the palms onto the ground and your fingertips to point towards the knees. Leaning forwards and backwards a few times to really stretch the fingers and give your forearms a nice stretch. Leaning forward and back, keep pressing the knuckles down, lifting the heel of the hand as you do that. And this time, keeping the heel of the hand down, we're going to lift the hips, come into a cat spine. Deep breath through the nose. Exhale as you lower the tailbone. Lift your belly up to the spine. Bring your chin to your chest. Come back into a neutral spine, bringing the hands to point forward. Fingers point forward. Spread the fingers very wide. Keep the toes tucked under. We lift the knees 2 centimeters off the ground. Finding that we're really protracting the shoulders, pressing the knuckles down. Breathing here for 3. Knees are only 2 centimeters off the ground. Feeling that the core is really engaged for 2. We can do it for 1. Beautiful. From there, we scoop the elbows in. Lift the hips, turbo dog. Here we come into a downward facing dog. And really breathing into this downward facing dog, squeezing the shoulders into your ears as you wrap your armpits around your ears. And bending one knee as you cycle the other heel down and alternate. So walking your dog, bending one knee as you lift the other heel, breathing here. One more breath, inhaling fully. And exhale through the nose. Inhale for 1. And exhale. Beautiful. From here, bring your feet together, heels together. Lift the heels. Squeeze your knees together as you bend your knees. And jump your feet forward, keeping the knees together. We jump forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. From there, bending the knees as much as you need to. Bringing your gaze towards the knees. Inhale as you rise all the way up. Bringing your shoulders up to the sky. Bringing the palms up. Really lengthen everything. Hug the belly in. Exhale, drawing the hands into the heart. Closing the eyes. Taking a moment, noticing the breath. Inhale, lifting the heart, pressing the feet down, letting the shoulders melt down, bringing the sternum in. Exhale. Slowly we open the eyes. Inhale, reaching the arms up high, shoulders lift up. Exhale, we forward fold, dive down, bend the knees, Uttanasana. Inhale, push the chest forward, flat back. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Step the left leg and the right leg back. Coming into a plank pose here. Keeping the toes pressing down, we engage the quads and push your hands to the ground. Press The knuckles down. Spread the fingers very wide, holding that for 2 more breaths. Finding that your body is really in one line as you push the hands down, so we're rounding the upper back slightly. From here, we're going to slowly lower the knees, squeeze the elbows, lower all the way down to the ground. Tuck the toes under. Bringing the hands behind the back, we're going to press the hips down, lift the chest high, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Bring your chin into this baby cobra, Shalabhasana variation. Bringing the hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift the hips. We come into a downward facing dog. Breathing for 5 breaths here. Spreading the fingers wide. Wrapping your armpits into the ears as you push the hands down. Breathing for 3 more breaths. Inhale fully. So heels don't have to be touching the ground. Just keeping the feet hip width distance. And feeling the energy drawing into the shoulders. For 2 more breaths here. And for 1, beautiful. From here, we inhale, lift the right leg up. So it doesn't have to be super high. Toes point down, heel is lifting up. And as you exhale, bring the right knee to your nose. Lift the right knee higher, squeeze it into the chest, push the hands down. Shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, take it all the way up, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, step the right foot next to the right thumb. We bend the back knee slightly. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Really energizing through the fingertips, bringing the shoulders in and up. Feet are hip width distance. Exhale, lower both hands to the ground. Left hand underneath the left shoulder as you reach the right arm up, coming into a twist here. Feeling the twist through the thoracic spine. Press your back thumb into the ground so that you can lift the back quad higher. If it's too much, lower the knee down. That's totally fine. Just focusing on the twist. Taking 1 more breath here. And from there, can you reach your right arm over your head, keeping the thumb pointing up towards the wall. Finding 1 long line with the body. 1 more breath. Slowly exhale, lowering both hands down, sweep the arms up high. We come into our high lunge. Back knee slightly bent, lifting the shoulders high. From here, bringing the hands to the heart, lean forward. Press the right heel down as you lean forward, bring the left leg up. Keeping the shoulders back, keeping the heart lifted. We're gonna kick the left foot a little bit higher and then imagine you're kicking your left foot into the wall behind you, activating through the glutes. From here, gazing down as you reach the arms up high. Remembering your warrior 3 does not have to be horizontal. It can also be like a seesaw. So the arms and the legs are in one line. If that feels better, just keeping the body in one line. Finding your warrior 3 here. Beautiful. Slowly we lower the hands down to the ground. Step the left foot to the front, hip width distance. From here we come into a forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, arms lift all the way up. Deep breath through the nose. Exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. Inhale, rising the arms all the way up. Exhale as you forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, push the chest forward, squeeze the shoulders back. And exhale, press your hands down, step the right leg back, followed by the left leg. Spread the fingers super wide, index finger points forward. From there, we lean forward. Squeeze the elbows in, lowering all the way down into your chaturanga. So lower down to your belly. Tuck the toes under, hands are underneath the elbows. Inhale, coming into a baby cobra. Keep the hips pressing down. Top of the foot presses down, bringing the chin in. Exhale, tuck the toes as you lift the hips, squeeze the elbows towards each other, downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 breaths. Inhale for 4. Exhale, feet hip width distance for 3. Exhale and breathing in, inhale. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Left leg lifts up high. 3-leg down dog. Keep the left hip pressing down. Right hip lifting up. Toes point towards the ground.
Exhale, draw the left knee to your nose. Lift the left knee even higher. Inhale, take it all the way back, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, step the left foot next to the left thumb. Beautiful. From here, we scoop the shoulders back, push the chest forward, and then rise the arms all the way up. We come into our high lunge, feeling that the back heel is lifted. If it's too much, you lower the knee down, that's fine. So taking what works for the body, keeping the back heel lifted high, and then bringing your palms in and back. Breathing here, finding that the belly is strong, core is strong. And exhale, lower both hands to the ground, right hand underneath the right shoulder. Lift the left arm, open the left side of the chest. We come into a twist. Option to lower the knee down. Option to keep it lifted. So finding your balance is suitable for all levels. From here, we keep the left arm over the left shoulder, twisting through the thoracic spine. Press your back thumb in your right foot down. Beautiful. One more breath here. And slowly lowering both hands to the ground. Inhale, we rise the arms high. Come back into your high lunge. Scooping the belly in. Back thigh slightly bending. Heels are lifted over the toes. Exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. Let's lean forward. Bring the chest over the thigh. Press the left heel down to rise the right foot up. Coming into a warrior 3. Again, the crown of the head is in one line with the shoulders, with the hips, with the knees, and the heels. So maybe that can be simply here. Maybe it's more parallel to the ground. Maybe the left knee is bending, but everything else is energizing. Breathing here. And from there, maybe kicking the right foot slightly higher. From there, we lower both hands to the ground. Step the right foot to the front, coming into a forward fold. From there, can you sit your hips down, rise the arms up, knees are bent, coming into a chair pose. Again, just feeling like you're sitting down onto a chair, seeing all 10 toes, scooping the belly in, and reaching the arms up high. Inhale, we lift up, and as you exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, push the chest forward. Exhale, press both hands to the ground. As you jump both legs to the back, we land with the elbows bent in Chaturanga. If it's too much, just step back into your plank pose. So from here, stepping back, jumping back, elbows bent. Inhale, coming into your upward facing dog, hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes as you lift the hips, downward facing dog. And staying here, 5 deep breaths, breathing in, bending the knees if you need to, scooping the armpits into the ears and pressing the knuckles down, feeling the energy. Breathing in, 3 more breaths here. Two. And one more breath, bringing the feet together, heels together. Lift the heels high. Bend your knees, look forward as you jump both feet to the front, knees together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, arms lift up high. Lifting up into Urdhva Hastasana. Bringing the hands to the heart. We close the eyes, connect to the breath. Keeping the feet rooted down. Finding a long spine. Visualizing a line going up through the heels, into the knees, the hips, shoulders, and the ears and the crown of the head. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna bring the feet together, knees together, and bend the knees as you set the hips down, chair pose. Inhale, reaching the arms high. And exhale, very nice. Open the arms out as you come into airplane arms. Can you press the left foot down as you lift the right heel, bring it up to the right glute. So coming into a one-leg chair pose, finding that balance, feel the engagement in the left glute. From there, we're gonna extend the right foot back as if we're kicking into the wall behind us. Coming into that warrior 3, keeping the shoulders back as you press the right foot to the wall. Beautiful, one more breath here. And from there, we're going to slowly lower the right foot to the back. Bring the right arm forward, keep the left arm back. Find one line with the body from the fingertips to the shoulders, to the heels, keeping the left arm engaged. Breathing here, feeling that, pressing the left heel down so that we're really pressing into the heels. And from there, we're gonna slowly reach the right arm back, bring the right heel down, left arm forward, warrior two. Shoulders are over the hips, reaching the arms really wide. From there, taking a moment to lower the shoulders down. Hips are squared. Let's gaze towards the left hand. Taking 2 breaths here, shoulders over the hips, finding strength. So how strong can you be in this warrior two? From here, straightening the left leg. Keep the feet hugging towards each other as you press the back pinky toe to the ground. Can you reach the left arm forward? Bring the left hand onto your shin, reaching the right arm up. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Letting the gaze be soft, either onto the foot or onto your right hand. Whatever feels better. Keep opening the right side of the chest, reaching the right arm high. Deep breath here. Keep squeezing the feet together, and from there we're gonna bend to the front knee, come back into your warrior two. Flip the left hand, take it all the way back. We reverse that warrior. Bending the left knee slightly as you reach the left arm even higher. Keeping the back pinky toe pressing down, right hand is onto the shin. Lengthen through the left side of the body. And from there, we slowly open the arms out, straighten the front leg. Bring your hands to your hips. As you bring your feet, your toes to point in and your heels slightly out. Hands to the hips, squeeze the shoulders, bring the elbows together, lift the chest. And as you exhale, we fold forward, Prasarita, forward fold. Hands can be underneath your shoulders. They can be at your hips. Whatever is happening, we're pushing the chest forward, squeezing the elbows back. Breathing here. Slight bend in the knees as you engage the thighs. Breathing for 2, long spine, keeping the neck in line with the spine. Push your chest forward. Beautiful. So if the hands are onto the ground, we bring the hands to the hips, lift the chest up, bring the left foot to point forward, bend the front knee. As you bring both hands to the ground, step back into a plank pose. From here, leaning forward, squeeze the elbows lower halfway or lower the knees down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. As you lift the hips, we come into our downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 breaths. Breathing in for 1. Exhale for 2. Feet are hip width distance, knuckles root down. Remembering that the knuckles are always pressing to the ground, squeezing the elbows in. For 3. For 4. One more breath here. And bringing your feet together, heels together. Lift the heels up. Bend your knees, look forward. As you squeeze the knees together, we jump our feet lightly to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Bending the knees as much as you need to. You bring the forehead towards the knees. Inhale, rising the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. From here, hug the feet together. Bring the knees together. Sit the hips down, chair pose. Keeping the spine long, tucking the tailbone as you engage the core. Press all 10 toes onto the ground. From there, can you press your right foot to the ground? We lift the left foot. Bring your left heel to your glute. Keeping that same action exactly in the rest of the body. Squeeze the left heel to the glute, and from there, we're gonna push the left heel back, finding yourself in a warrior 3 here. Taking a long breath as you bend the right knee slightly. Keep pushing the left heel down. And from there, we keep bending the right knee as you lower the toes to the ground. Beautiful. From there, we're going to bring both arms back. And from here, can you reach your left arm forward? Keep the right arm back. So finding your body is in one strong line. Keeping that back thumb pressing to the earth as you reach the left arm forward, finding that the right heel is pressing down, right glute is engaged. Breathing here, feeling the strength through the right hip. Beautiful. For one more breath. From there, we bring the left arm back, right arm forward, lower the back heel to the ground, warrior two. Keeping the arms reaching out, lowering the shoulders from the ears as you gaze towards the front hand. Front knee points towards the second big toe. Keep that back pinky toe pressing down to the ground. And taking one more breath here. So finding a really strong warrior. It's going to be super worth it in the end. Keep reaching the arms out. You can do it. Beautiful. One more breath here. Lifting up. And from there, can you straighten the right leg? Walk your back foot slightly forward and then reach the right arm out to the side. Right hand lowers onto the right shin. We will bring the left arm up. We come into a triangle pose, Trikonasana. Keep squeezing the feet together, magnetizing the heels together towards the torso. Breathing here into your triangle pose. Maybe you lower the right hand lower, but never compromising the left shoulder. So keeping the left side of the chest open, stacking the shoulders on top of each other. Beautiful. One more breath here. And slowly rebend the front knee, bringing both arms out. Come back into your warrior. Flip the right hand, take it all the way back. Bend the front knee. Reach your right arm towards that corner in the ceiling. Unless you're practicing in a garden, then up towards the sky. Bend the right knee more. Keep pressing that back pinky toe to the ground. Beautiful. One more breath here. And slowly coming back into your warrior. From here, we're going to bring both feet together. So I'll turn around so that I can see you guys. We're going to bring the feet to point forward. One more time, we're going to come into Prasarita forward fold. Hands to the hips. Squeeze the elbows back. Thumbs point in, heels point out. Bend the knees slightly. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale as you bring your chest forward. From there, the knees are still bent. We can bring the hands to the ground. Keep the elbows back and your chest forward. From there, maybe you start to straighten the legs. Feel that engagement through the thighs, through the inner thighs, through the hamstrings. Breathing here. So always allowing the chest to be open in this class, finding a long spine and allowing the neck to be going in the same direction as the spine. And we stay here for one more breath. Keeping the toes pressing to the ground, really energizing as much as you can. Spreading the toes and pressing them down a lot, chest is open. Hands come to the hips, and then lifting the chest up, come back into your standing warrior. From there, bringing the left foot to point forward, bend the front knee, bring both hands to the ground, step back into a plank pose. So we're at the top of the mat. Coming into your plank pose here, really pressing the knuckles down, spreading the fingers really wide. And from here, we're gonna lower the knees down into a tabletop position. Can you step the right foot to the back and then step the right foot to the back, and from here we're going to lift the left knee off the ground, keep the left foot to the ground, so we're in a one-leg plank pose. Beautiful, finding that length through the whole body. From here, we're going to lower the left foot, bring the right knee down, and from there, can you bring both knees 2 centimeters off the ground? Breathing. And from there, step the left foot to the back. Keeping the core engaged. Press the knuckles. Spread the fingers really wide. One more breath here. And slowly step the left foot forward. Lower both knees. Squeeze the elbows. We lower all the way down to the belly. Tuck the toes. Elbows hug towards each other. Press the top of the foot down, press the hips down. Inhale, coming into a baby cobra. Hands are underneath the elbows. From there, press the knuckles to the ground as you lift the chest higher. Lift the hips, lift the knees, coming into an upward facing dog. Thighs are super strong and engaged. Tuck your toes, lift the hips, come back into a downward facing dog. Maybe you lower into a child's pose. Maybe you hold that downward facing dog. So finding what your body is asking for. Staying here for 5 breaths, really feeling every breath. Feeling the beating in the heart, taking this moment to connect with your breath. One more breath here, wherever you are. So if you're in your child's pose, taking one more breath as you slowly lift back into a downward facing dog. From here, bringing the feet together in your downward facing dog. So feet together, heels together, big toes together, and lift the heels really high. Start to round the back. We come into a plank pose. Press the knuckles down, squeeze the glutes as much as you can. Feel how the squeezing of the glutes can make you feel like the weight is getting lighter onto the hands. From here, we're gonna roll over to the right heel, the outer edge of your right foot. As you reach the left arm high, we come into a side plank. Modification can be to lower the right knee down. This is also your side plank. Otherwise, if you're here coming into your side plank, lifting the hips higher as you press the knuckles down, really feeling that those fingertips are getting a little bit paler as you press the knuckles down. And from here, can you lift the left leg? Bend the left knee, bring it into your chest. Bring your hands onto your knees. So I'll turn around so you can see me. Pressing the right foot down, we bring the left knee to the chest, squeeze it all the way in, and from there, step the left foot to the front. We come into our lunge. Beautiful. Coming into this lunge here, back heel is lifting high. Inhale, rising the arms high. Back thigh is slightly bending. Shoulders are squeezing in, reaching the arms up. And from there, can you bring your right arm forward and your left arm back? We come into a twist. Keep opening the arms out really strongly. And from there, lower the right hand in front of the left foot. As you lean forward, lift the right foot. Bring a block underneath your hand if you feel like you need that. Coming into a half moon twist here. Right hand is underneath the right shoulder. Keep those toes really flexed and extended, finding that the energy is driving into the feet. Long spine. If it's too much at any point, coming into a twisting lunge. Beautiful. From here, one more breath. Keep reaching the left arm high. Really feeling the engagement through the thighs, pushing your heel towards the wall behind you. Step the right foot to the front. Bend the knees as you circle both arms down and up. We come into our chair pose here. Keeping the knees bending, hugging the belly in, lifting the arms a little bit higher. And from there, bringing the hands to the heart, closing the eyes. And taking just one step back, we're going to come to the middle of the mat. From here, pressing the left foot down, can you lift the right knee up, coming into a one-leg Tadasana. Breathing through that, lifting the right knee a little bit higher. If you feel like bending the left knee slightly, that's fine. Kicking the right knee higher, lifting the chest, shoulders are down. From there, start to straighten the right leg as you come into an active Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana. Keep strengthening through the right hip flexor, through the quads. And from there, we're going to bring the right thigh into the socket as we take it all the way back. We come into our warrior 3. So again, feeling like this warrior 3 is like a seesaw. So maybe you're parallel to the ground, but most likely, most of us are just in one line that's a bit slanted. So everything is in one line. And breathing here, into this warrior 3, keeping the neck in line with the spine. From there, can you reach your arms over your head, finding that one strong line. You can bend the left knee slightly, but keep pressing the left heel down, energizing through the shoulders, through the fingertips. Everything is reaching away from each other. Beautiful. From there, we're going to slowly lower the hands to the ground, bringing both knees to the chest, bend the knees, bring your head down. From there, start to lift the right leg higher. We come into a standing split. And we have an option to hold that standing split as you lift the right leg higher. If you want to go into a handstand, maybe you bend the left knee slightly, press the hands to the ground as you lift up, focusing on bringing the hips higher than the shoulders. So I'll also turn around so that you guys can see me. So feel free to find a wall if that makes you feel more comfortable. So the left leg is down, we find a wall. The wall is around 2 feet away from the hands, bending the left knee as you kick up. Focus on bringing the hips higher than the shoulders. There's always an option to do this without the wall, and it's really important to learn how to fall out of it. So if you're doing this video, you want to pause and do this a couple of times at your own pace, you can do that. So that's the great thing about practicing on YouTube. Otherwise, I'm going to teach you guys also how to fall out of the handstand. So we press the left foot down. So maybe you come away from the wall this time. Press the left foot down, lift the right leg up. And from there, bend the left knee as you kick up and then cartwheel out to the left side. So we learn how to fall out of it. And maybe just doing that a few times to get a bit used to cartwheeling out. So the right leg is lifted, left heel presses down. Spread the fingers wide and push the hands to the ground as if you're carrying your whole body onto the ground. From there, kick up and fall out to the side. So doing that a few more times on this leg, and then we're going to switch to the other leg. If you want to find the wall as well, we focus always on spreading the fingers wide and bending one knee slightly. We kick all the way up. And wherever you are from here, if you're at the top of your handstand, focus on bringing the feet together, hugging everything together, and really using your hands to balance by pressing the knuckles down, spreading the fingers wide. So if you want to do that a few times, rewind to the part that suits you most, pause and go for it. Otherwise, we're going to come into just a comfortable seat. Whenever you're ready, closing the eyes and breathing, just simply being. And from here, we'll take it over to the other side. So hopefully, my dog will move to the side. And we're gonna come into a downward facing dog. So, from your plank pose, in your plank pose, your hands are underneath your shoulders. And from there, we bend the knees, lift the hips, come into a downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, bringing the feet together in the center of the mat. Big toes are touching, heels are together. And then lift your heels, start to round your back, shoulders are over the wrists. We come into our plank pose here. From there, can you lower the left heel to the ground so that you're on the knife edge of the left foot, and then reach the right arm high. We come into that side plank. Keeping the knuckles pressing down, so really expanding the body, holding that, feeling the strength. Everything is in one line. From there, we're going to lift the right foot, bend the right knee, bring your hand onto the knee and squeeze your knee into your chest, taking your time here. From there, step the right foot to the front. Beautiful. We come into our high lunge. Heel, back heel lifted high. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up into your high lunge. Just feeling a bit of a stretch through that back hip flexor. hugging the belly in, and from there, left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. We twist, coming into our active twist here. Beautiful, shoulders stacked over the hips, finding engagement, keeping that back thumb pressing into the mat. From there, can you lower the left arm underneath the left shoulder, reach the right arm up as you lift the left heel. So we come into our twisting half moon. We always have an option to bring a block underneath the left hand to help you find more length. And modification for this is a very simple twist, hands to the heart, forearms in one line. So whatever modification you're taking, focus on twisting through the spine, keeping that back foot pushing, heel is pushing into the wall behind you. Breathing here, one more breath. And exhale, step the left foot to the front. Circle both hands down and then over the head. We come into our chair pose. Feet can be together and making sure that the pelvis is kind of tilting forward rather than back. So thinking of a Michael Jackson tilt rather than sending it back. From here, hands come to the heart. We close the eyes, feeling that strong connection with the breath. Always taking a moment to integrate the practice, just a moment of stillness. Slowly we open the eyes, bring the right foot down, lift the left knee up to your chest, and squeeze it in a little bit more if you'd like to do that with your hands. Hands to the heart, and from there, extend the left leg forward. So coming into an active Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Focus on keeping that right foot pressing down to the ground, lifting the left leg a little bit higher. And we're here for 2 more counts, lifting the chest for 2, and beautiful for 1. From there, really pressing the femur, the thigh into the hip socket as you lower the left foot and then bring it back. Hands to the heart, we find that warrior 3. So it would be good to just step a little bit back so that we're in the center of the mat. So again, your warrior 3, feeling like your body is a seesaw, so it's in one line. Nothing is compromised. We don't have to lift one area higher than the rest. And taking one more breath, focusing your attention to one point in front of you, finding your drishti. You can do it. From there, we slowly lower the hands down to the ground as we come into our standing split. And from there, can you bend both knees, bring the knees to the chest, bring your forehead towards the knees, and from there, start to extend the left leg higher. So feeling the engagement through the glutes. From there, if you want to kick up into your handstand, we're going to press the hands to the ground as you lift the right heel and bend the right knee slightly, and then use that momentum to drive both legs high up. So learning how to fall out of that as well by cartwheeling to the side. If you feel like going by a wall, you can do that. So do what works best for you, just finding that inversion. So remembering that the hands are underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers very wide, slight bend in the right knee as you lift both hips up. And if you do that, landing with the left foot down first. Taking your time, maybe you go next to the wall, remembering that you're really squeezing everything in and uplifting the shoulders, feeling like you're carrying the floor with your whole body. So imagine you're really carrying the whole earth with your body. So taking whatever variation works for you as you kick up. When you're up there, you bring the feet together, trying to find one long line. Squeezing the feet together, heels lift up. And maybe you pause, maybe you keep going. Whenever you're ready, we come into a comfortable seat. Closing the eyes and noticing the quality of the breath. Connecting with your breathing, focusing on the quality of the air entering through the nostril and the exhale leaving through the nostril. Taking this moment to come back into this present moment. So letting what happened pass you by, those inversions, the practice, all of that, asana. Letting it go in order to allow the next moment to come. And from here, we're going to slowly open the eyes and come back onto come back into a tabletop position. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. As you reach the right arm forward, keep reaching forward, and then take the right arm out to the side. We come into a twisting thigh stretch here. Bring the left ankle into the right hand as you twist. So if this is too much, you can always wrap a strap around your ankle, maybe even a t-shirt, a towel, anything like that, to bring the ankle into your hand. Breathing here. And slowly lowering the left foot down. Can you bring the right hand back underneath the shoulder? Step the right leg back as you step the left foot outside of the left hand. Reach the left arm forward as you lengthen the body. Take the left arm out to the side. Bring your left hand inside of the right ankle as you lean forward and twist. Again, if you feel like a strap can help you, go for it. Focusing on the breath. Slowly lowering the right foot down. Left hand lowers down and step the left leg back. From here, lying down onto your back. We bend the knees and come into a bridge pose. Keeping the heels behind the hips. Press the heels down as you lift the hips up. Keeping the knees squeezing in, keep pressing the heels down. You can stay right here. If you want to go for a full wheel, you can bring the hands over the shoulders. Press the heels down to keep lifting the hips up as you push your hands to the ground, coming into a full wheel pose here. Totally optional. If you tried it, it wasn't good, you can lower down into your bridge. Otherwise, keep lifting the heart, pressing the heels to the ground, breathing for 3 more breaths at your own pace. For 2. And 1 more breath here, wherever you're at. Slowly tucking the chin in as you lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Taking all of the time that you need, really slowing down. Bringing the feet to the outside edges of the mat as you bring the knees together. Bringing your hands onto the belly, closing the eyes, taking a moment of simple stillness here.
From here, slowly bringing the knees away from each other and lower the knees to the right side. And bring them back to the center. Lower the knees to the left side. And alternating at your own pace, lowering from side to side here. And finally, squeezing the knees into the chest. We give ourselves a big squeeze, roll from side to side, and then bring the right knee into the chest as you extend the left leg. And from here, can you bring your left hand onto the right knee, reach your right arm out as you twist, lowering the right knee to the left side of the body. Keeping the gaze towards the right hand or onto the ceiling. If the knee is far away from the ground, can you straighten the leg slightly? Bring the foot to the ground instead. And slowly we come back to the center. Bring both knees to the chest. And then extend the right leg, lower the foot down. And then bring the left knee to the right side of the body. Bring the left arm out as you twist here, letting this be a very passive, simple twist. Noticing the breath. One more breath here. And slowly coming back to the center, squeezing both knees into the chest, rolling backwards and forwards a few times. And finally, lying down onto your back, we come into our final happy baby. Bringing both legs up to the sky. Bend the knees and bring your hands inside of the soles of your feet. Rolling here from side to side. Rolling from side to side, rocking from side to side, finding any final movements that feel good for the practice, good for you. Eyes are closed. Taking one more breath here, breathing in through the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And then releasing the feet as you exhale, bringing the arms out wide, extending the feet as you come into your final Savasana. Closing the eyes, letting the body be soft, letting your muscles soften as you feel your body pressing onto the ground, taking this moment to simply be. No need to be anywhere, no need to do anything, allowing yourself to take in total stillness for the body, for your mind, for you. Staying here for as long as you'd wish to. And when you're coming out of your Shavasana, taking your time, squeezing the knees into the chest as you roll over to one side, bringing the hand onto your shoulder. If you'd like to stay here a little bit longer, please do so. Otherwise, slowly bringing yourself back up into a comfortable seat with the eyes closed. Hands onto the knees, tall spine, taking this moment to truly honor yourself. You made that time to be here and being grateful for that. We bring the hands to the heart and end our practice with Namaste. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed yet, it would be great if you can do that in order to continue practicing with me. And I hope you enjoyed this class. Let me know how you found it in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Bye.